Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Today I have a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading. Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. And the question I have for today is, why do I get into loveless relationships? So this is for you who think that, all your relationships are failures, it's not working out for you, you end up putting so much more in than someone else, and you just can't figure out why, in the end, you're the one who puts in all the work and the other person is basically just taking advantage of you. And maybe you're sick and tired of this type of relationships. You can't seem to find that good, loyal relationship. Well, I would like to say, do not live your life by the tarot. It is you who creates your own destiny, okay? Whatever I read here in the cards, if it sounds like your story or if not, whatever, it doesn't matter, because you build upon what you want in your life, okay? That's what we're doing here. We are trying to get you to think about yourself, about your life, what's going on, the trials and tribulations that you've been through, and how you can, think about healing yourself and not wasting thousands of dollars on a therapist, basically. Because, the only real person who can heal us is ourselves. And that's by realizing what has gone on in our lives, what has led us up to the point to where we are today, and why we can be so disappointed in certain things or aspects that go wrong in our life because of our choices, right? So I'm basically here just to maybe trigger something in your mind to get you thinking about yourself and your own situation, because I don't know your situation. No one knows your situation. No one has the exact scenario or situation going on in their lives. No one does. Everyone has a different scenario. So no one's going to know exactly what to do to heal you. Only you will. So I'm hoping that this will trigger something for you to start thinking about yourself, looking up things. I just saw the number 222, if that means anything to anyone. But yeah, also trying to get you to think about your life and, do your own research to figure out why these things are happening, because you can Google just about anything nowadays. Okay, and you will find your answer. You're not going to find it your sole answer here, but you will find a way or an outlet or a path to finding your answer. Okay, how about that? So these may or may not resonate. Okay, if you pick a pile and it doesn't resonate, maybe you chose the wrong pile. Maybe your intuition's off. You know. Whatever the case, they may or may not resonate, okay? And if they don't, you don't feel like listening to the rest, just skip over to the end and see what kind of advice you can get. That's good too. There are timestamps below. To my subscribers, welcome back. To any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Hopefully we can find some help for you today. Okay, so remember I said we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and the question was, why do I get into loveless relationships? Such a common question, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And remember, we do have oracles at the end to try and find a little advice or maybe a little direction, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay, so here's pile number 1. And the question once again, why do I get into loveless relationships? Well, let's find out. If you chose pile number 1, first out we have is the Zuni bear. Yay, the Zuni bear. So the Zuni bear represents good health. Good health. Okay. So if you chose this pile, you could be somebody who's more interested in their health nowadays. People are starting to do that, wanting to extend their lifespan, right? Trying to build up a better health than you've had in the past. Very good. So let's find out what's happening. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Knight of Swords, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups, and the King of Peppermills, King of Wands. Now, I do see here we have the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers. Okay, no other major arcanas. It looks like, I mean, there was a lot of emotions given right here, but there was a problem. We've got the Lovers, Ten of Cups. What's going on? Let's find out. First, we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups represents happy family, happy home. Just all what you want when it comes to emotions in your relationship, right? And then we have the Two of Cups there. So perhaps you have given your love to someone that, you know, you want this Ten of Cups with, but for some reason here we have this Nine of Swords. Why do we have that? Why do we actually have that? Somebody's not feeling very good about this Ten of Cups. It could be they're in a relationship that they gave their emotions to, and now they feel they made a mistake. Or another scenario is they're wanting a Ten of Cups relationship with that Two of Cups emotional feelings going back and forth, but maybe they can't or don't know how to make it happen. Maybe that's why you're here, right? We also have the Five of Swords. It seems that you've had some difficulties in the past with somebody that you've been arguing with. You may have cut ties with them, right? And you may have even given them your emotions, right? And there could also be a possibility that you are spying on this person because maybe this is what you want to happen, but it hasn't happened. You don't know how it's going to happen because of this fight, this cutting of ties, this arguing, okay? You could be the Emperor wanting to have your Empress, right? But I do see here that you may have went with someone from the past and jumped on that Wheel of Fortune and possibly kicked off somebody from that wheel, okay? So you went for somebody, kicked somebody off that wheel because you wanted to be on the wheel, and you got victory. You won over this situation. So you're all up in your head now because you had victory in this situation. But I'm thinking that you're feeling guilt or remorse from this situation. You're not feeling too good about it. You could have had a fight with this lover just recently, the one that you're with now, okay? Or the one that you were with, and you walked away from that person. You walked away from the love that was there. And you could be holding this King of Peppermills energy, which is, you know, it's a dad, it's a father, it's a passionate person, and you might be the one watching this person at a distance. Now, what it's kind of looking like to me here in this situation, somebody walked away, and they're working on their health, okay, because maybe there was some toxicity here. There was some arguing. There was emotions thrown back and forth between two, but it never panned out. It never worked out. Ties were cut, and now somebody's just left spying on another person. Okay, this person could be in a relationship now with somebody who they gave their emotions to instead of the original person that they should have, because somebody came in and took their place and they got victory over that, and now somebody's very sad over it. Someone's very sad that somebody left them for another lover. Okay, and they left them for another lover because maybe there were arguments or the person just didn't want to deal with the drama. Okay, they didn't want to deal with having to tell the truth, having to come forward, express their emotions, whatever, right? So they took another course and they went for another lover. But it just seems right now that either this person walked away from their Ten of Cups energy, because maybe there was just too much emotion there. And they didn't know how to express the emotion back, and so they got scared and they left, they ghosted. See, people who can't or don't know how to express their emotions, the outcome of that is they might walk away from it because they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know, what is this? What is this feeling I'm feeling in my heart space? Why do I feel this way? I can't handle it. I'm walking away. People do that. Okay? Somebody may have walked away as the King of Peppermills, or the King of Peppermills is watching somebody. So somebody did walk away from a relationship, though, and is walking towards the King of Peppermills. Now, this could be interchangeable energies, right? You can be a female watching this, and you could be the King of Peppermills, right? Or you could be the Emperor. That is possible. Or you could be a male watching this, and this could be two different people here. Or this could be an energy that you held in the past, or you held this energy in the past with this person, but got demoted to the King of Peppermills because you were unable to give those emotions to the person that you were supposed to, or that was meant for you, or whatever, you know, something like that. Yeah. So if this kind of sounds like your story a little bit, then I'll see you guys at the end, and maybe we can get some advice from the universe and from Buddha in regards to this situation. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, so here is pile number 2. Let's find out what we have going on here. The question was, why do I get into loveless relationships? Okay, let's find out. All right, we have the fox, and the fox represents cleverness and adaptability, okay? So you could be a very clever person. You are able to adapt to every situation, even the loveless ones, okay? Maybe you got yourself into a relationship, it's loveless, but you're just like, you know what, I'll just adapt. I don't think I'll get anything better. Lucky to have this, this, that, and the other, right? Well, you're wrong. All right, if you're not in a happy relationship and you're just willing to settle for that because you think that's all you're going to get, well, you're wrong. You're thinking negatively, and you could totally get into something better, and you can totally find happiness in your life. So let's find out what's going on here. We have the Justice card, okay? Somebody is receiving justice because they were working on something with someone, right? But they got put out in the cold. But justice is going to be had over this situation. That's at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You may have been working on something, you got thrown out in the cold, but justice will prevail. It always does. We have the Six of Pentacles, someone giving 2-2, Ace of Swords, somebody having to come in with the truth or to sever a relationship. Yes, looks like it's severing a relationship. Somebody needs to sever a relationship. Stop giving to 2, all right? This is why you're in loveless relationships, because you're just jumping around. You're giving to whoever, wherever. If you want to find a loveless relationship, you're going to find it with one person, not with many. Page of Rods. 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands. A lot of changes happening here. 4 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Third 5. And the 4 of Pentacles. All right. We have all the 5s on the board here, okay? We got the 5 of Pentacles. We got that twice. We got the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, okay? So there's a lot of 5s here. There's a lot of changes that need to be done. But one main change between all of these I can see is that somebody keeps getting thrown out in the cold. Why? Because you're getting into loveless relationships, all right? This is why. If you keep getting thrown out in the cold, it's because you're not choosing. You are just jumping, I think. I'm not, you know, I'm not the pro at this, but what I'm seeing here is there is a possibility that somebody is jumping into relationships very quickly. They're not giving their heart time to heal, so they're just grabbing the next thing that gives them attention because they want to forget about their broken heart. But instead of dealing with the broken heart, they just jump into the next relationship. And that's like the rebound person every time, especially if you have not healed from the original relationship. You're just going to carry that into all the other relationships, okay? Whatever you have done that's unfinished, I just saw 1414, that reduces down to 5-5, you guys. Someone needs to make a change here. Somebody needs to, you know, stop between the relationships. Find out what went wrong, why things aren't working out. Maybe you're changing your life, you're changing the type of people that you want to interact with, and you're just now seeing that, and maybe you don't know how to make this change to move forward. Well, if you're around the same people all the time, I can tell you right now, the first thing you got to do is cut off all the toxic people in your life. Because if you're around a lot of toxic people, there's no love there. Everybody's out for themselves. There's no love there. You're not going to receive the love you want. Let's start from the beginning here. Okay, we have the Justice card. Somebody was working on something with somebody, and now they're feeling left out in the cold. And this Justice card could actually be there for the person left out in the cold. You're receiving karmic justice. That's why you keep getting thrown out in the cold. Why? Possibly you keep working on things with people and then cutting them off. You're going to get negative justice from that. Negative karma. Because you work on something with people and then you take off. Or you keep secrets, whatever the case. You're not finishing what you started in the last relationships. You're keeping people hanging. Every time you do that, it builds up your karma, your bad karma. And yeah, from what I see here is you were working on something with somebody, but you were working on something with someone else too. You were giving your attention to other people too. Maybe not enough attention to the one you're supposed to. And the relationship got cut off. Maybe not from you, but maybe from the other person. Or maybe you did. Maybe just walked away. But walking away, bad karma. If you do not end things properly, the universe sees this. And they carry this karma into all the other relationships. You know, you always lose the person the same way you got them. Think about that one, all right? If you were with somebody came and stole you away from someone else, same thing's going to happen to you. Someone's going to come and steal that person away from you. That's how karma works. That is how karma works. That's just it. Okay? I do see the end of a relationship here. Something came to an abrupt end. It's over. It's over and it's time to change. Right? I do see here the Page of Wands, and that's a person who wants to take a new adventure, wants to find something new. That's great. That's great. But you need to fix all those loose ties that you left behind. If you want to move forward triumphantly, not have anything, somebody getting away with something, not being in your head about something, whatever, you're going to have to, and you want to have this Page of Wands energy, new passions to move forward, new adventures, whatever, then you're going to need to fix those loose ends, tie up those loose ends that you left. Because as long as you don't, and you start working on something with someone else, the deception's going to come in. Someone's going to get away with something, possibly cheating, whatever, right? And somebody's going to feel left out in the cold, and they're going to be all up in their head and upset about it, right? Maybe somebody wants to come in and make you an offer. Another person. If you're the player type, you're going to have offers all the time. And those offers are just, it's nothing. They're not even real offers. They're just offers to share the wand. You don't get any satisfaction out of that. And you know, people grow older. You ain't going to be able to be this player for the rest of your life. So you better start thinking about things. You know, of course we go through our stages of, you know, dating and having fun. But you can't do it forever. You can't do it forever because people won't accept you forever, especially with a past like that. So somebody, or you might be wanting to make an offer to somebody, or somebody might be wanting to do that to you. But I have a feeling that this person you want to come towards has already severed the relationship and have you feeling left out in the cold. Okay? You might still be holding on to that person and thinking about the end of that situation still. All up in your head, what did I do? That maybe that was my person and I went along with all these other hoes and whatever or whatnot, right? Because, you know, your friends or whoever thought they were prettier or thought they were more, you know, whatever the race is, or they were more whatever. Somebody deterred you from another person that you left behind and you didn't tie up those loose ends. And this is why this keeps happening to you. You never tie your loose ends. And every time you do that, the next new relationship you get in, it's going to be toxic. It's going to fail. It's not going to be good. Why? Because you never got over that very first thing. And if you keep doing that to people, oh my God, you're just building up that karma over. And you think you're adapting because you feel like, okay, well, I'll just jump to this person. You adapt to that person and their situations. Yeah, you're clever. You're adaptable. You can adapt to all situations. Maybe you're a guy watching this. You can adapt to all kinds of women. But you know what? Ain't none of those women going to love you. Because they see what you are. You don't find loveless relationships because you jump around all over all the time. Maybe you don't feel like you can be alone ever. Maybe you have to have a relationship. You have to have a girlfriend. You have to have someone. Well, the first thing into having a good relationship, I feel, is you have to love yourself. If you just can't deal with being alone, then you're always going to wind up with this problem. You have to know how to enjoy yourself, enjoy your own company, love yourself. Because once you can do that, you're going to find another person that loves themselves enough to be with someone who loves themselves. Because I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't care about themselves. That means that they're probably sleeping around, spreading diseases, doing drugs, doing bad things, causing crime. Why would I want to be with a person like that when they can go to jail? I'm not going to be with them. I won't see them. Doing drugs, they could kill themselves. I'll never see them. Sleeping around, bringing diseases home to me. No thanks. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be in love with a person like that. Someone who doesn't share emotions. Keeps silent all the time. Nobody wants that. If they can share their emotions with you, you got to share them back. All right? I just saw 2112. Okay? That's 33. So, yeah, that's what I see here. If this sounds kind of, sort of like your story, then I'll see you at the end. I have one more pile to go. Pile number 3 is next. Okay, here's pile number 3. Pile number 3 is next. And the question was, why do I get into loveless relationships? Well, let's find out. Okay, so this is the buffalo skull. This is sacredness and reverence for life. So you may be going through some sort of thing right now. Some sort of change in your life. And you may be starting to think that life is precious. That you are, holding a more of a reverence for life. Appreciating life more. Right? And feeling as if you yourself are a sacred being. And you don't want to just throw your love all left, right to whoever because they won't appreciate it. Right? This could be a possibility. Let's find out. We have the Sun card. We have these Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. We have the Lovers. Strength. Ace of Cups. I'm already seeing here, this is a past life relationship, okay? We have the Three of Wands. Sorry, Three of Swords. The Strength card again. Judgment. Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords, Ace of Flamingos, and the Tower. All right. Big stuff going on here. Somebody saw somebody as their sunshine, and they started a new beginning with another person. Or with somebody, okay? It doesn't have to be another, but somebody started something with someone, something that they were hoping will bring success and financial security and stability and balance, right? They might have even married this person. That's what it seems like. They got married thinking that they're going to have all this wonderful stuff, okay? Everything is sunshine and roses. And maybe they were lovers to start. They started in the way of just being lovers, just hooking it up all the time and just being in that, honeymoon mode, right? And somebody had the strength possibly to deal with the situation and start a new emotional beginning. Okay, maybe this person or you or whoever this is right here that got married with their lover possibly is trying to be as strong as they can to express their emotions. That's why we got that Ace of Cups here. So they're on a journey of trying to learn to express their emotions with their new lover or with their lover. But the problem came. The problem came along, Three of Swords. There was another person involved with that lover. And someone's trying to stay strong here because they got into this relationship, right? They're trying to be strong about this new beginning because they really, really want it. They really want this to work because they don't want to seem as a failure. They don't want to seem as if they chose the wrong person. They don't want to be humiliated. But you know what? Y'all already are. Because somebody put you in that Three of Swords energy. You're already looked at as a failure. People are probably talking behind your back. And you're trying to be strong through all this. Maybe this person cheated on you. And now you look like a fool. Okay? Because you got together with somebody based on money. Right? Money and sex, maybe. But you thought, well, maybe I could fix this person. Maybe I'm strong enough to actually change this person, to be a more emotional person, to be a wifey. Well, it doesn't look like you can change that whore into a housewife. You're trying to be strong here, but a judgment is going to be placed on this situation. And either you're the whore or they're the whore. But you can't change that. Something absolutely traumatic has to happen to that person in order for them to change. You cannot change another person. They have to change themselves, whether it's alcohol, drugs, shopping, watching TV, being a whore, whatever. You cannot, as an individual, change that person. The only one you can change is yourself. And that's it. That's it. Ain't no one going to change for anyone else. You don't know what they're thinking. You will never know. Even though you look at them and think, oh, they're probably thinking about me and us running through the fields of daisies. Yeah, right. That person's probably thinking about running through the ocean naked with someone else. You can daydream all you want about what your lover's doing. But you won't know until you go and find out the truth. Man up. Man up and go and find out the truth. Or let people continue telling you their side of the stories and making you look like a fool. Because I do see here, there is an end to this situation, this Ace of Cups, that you thought that you were going to change somebody, change this whore into a housewife. Or this player into a good father who is monogamous. Whoever, you know, reverse the roles if you feel like you need to, but an ending is going to come to this situation, for sure. And you're going to be coming out as the one who got dragged through the mud. Because you chose a relationship with somebody based on money and based on passions, and it didn't end up anywhere. There was no emotions spent here, right? And it doesn't even look like you got any higher than the Ace of Pentacles. You probably barely made anything. Maybe worked your ass off for so long, and then all this stuff starts happening. And then who looks like the fool now? Tried to look and be the cool guy. Tried to look cool and like you're going to make it. Everything's cool. But look who you chose. You chose a lover that has a lot of options. A lot of them. Not just one or two. Maybe like 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe the whole 7 there. And the truth came in. And somebody's going to sever this relationship and move forward without you. Or you without them. Right? They didn't have anything to do with sacredness. They didn't have anything to do with the reverence of life. Well, maybe they did. Maybe their reverence of life is to just go out and have fun and party all the time and, you know, hook up with this person and hook up with that person. That's their reverence for life. They do not hold their own bodies or their own life force as sacred at all. No respect for themselves. And, you know, if that's what you want, hey, you know, then go for it. Maybe you like the polygamy relationship where the husband and the wife, they go to these swinger parties or they go out on their own and be screwing around with who knows who. Sometimes these pregnancies come out of that. Don't even know who the dad is. Anyways, if this sounds kind of like your story, a little teeny tiny bit, I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, and we'll see what kind of advice we can get from the universe on why do I get into these loveless relationships. Okay, I already know the answer. Hopefully you guys will get it and try to find your own solution to your own problems. So I'm going to go move on to the end. Okay, I'll see you there. Ta-da! We made it to the end. Okay, so as you see here, I have the surrender cards and I have the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. Okay, this is the book. I like to have it out because I like to read to you guys from it. So we're going to go ahead and push these to the side. I've already pre-shuffled, okay, but like I like to do it for you guys one more last time on screen, especially since I have to, you know, pick a card a certain way. So for this, what do we need to surrender in regards to why I get into loveless relationships? Let's find out what we need to surrender in regards to why do I get into these loveless relationships. All right, nice and smooth. And I'm feeling like something over here today, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick that one. That up, and we'll put that there, and then we'll find out what kind of wisdom Buddha has to say in regards to why do I get into loveless relationships. Buddha, why? Help the viewer. Why does the viewer keep getting into loveless relationships? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's find out. There you have it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side now too. Sorry about my little incense dust here. I got to clean up a little bit, but we'll do that later. Okay, so let's find out why we keep getting into loveless relationships. Surrender to worry. So maybe you're worried that you're not going to find anyone, so you just grab whoever comes to you. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting this intuitively from the universe. I have a feeling that you worry about being in relationships. You worry about people leaving you. You worry about if people will like you. You worry about stereotyping. So whoever comes along and accepts you, you just get them. You grab them and you hang on to them because you feel like maybe you're not going to get anything better or you're not going to get anything at all. So you just accept who's ever accepting you because you are too worried to go out on your own, learn to love yourself, okay? And you just keep jumping into these relationships that it's just like a fly-by-night thing, and you try to push it on this person like, let's get together, let's get together, let's get together, until they're just finally like, okay, fine. And then they do, and that person ends up, you know, cheating on you, lying to you, deceiving you. I mean, you pushed them into it. You can't get mad at them. You know? Surrender the worry that you can't get anybody, that you can't get anybody good, or that no one will take care of you, or whatever the case. You need to surrender that worry. Let's see what it says. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Yeah, Spirit has someone for you. Stop looking. Stop looking and stop worrying that you're not going to find anyone. I just saw 3311, okay? That's the Trinity times 2 plus enlightenment. Number 11, getting into your spiritual enlightenment phases, whatever, journey, who knows. But you need to put more trust into Spirit. If something comes to an end, let it end. Don't go on the search for something new. If you're going to meet up with the person again, or if you're going to find anyone, Spirit's going to put that person in front of you. You're not going to have to go searching. It's going to be like an accidental meeting type of a thing. You know what I mean? You know, I don't like to go online and meet people. I don't like that. It's so impersonal. I prefer to go somewhere and actually meet someone in person. And if you get along with that person, oh my God, that's like miracle happiness. Especially if that person meets you and they don't even judge you the first time they meet you. They accept you the way you are no matter what. It's not like you got to go through a ton of pictures for somebody to finally say, oh, yeah, you're all right. Somebody actually maybe approached you at one time in your life and accepted you the way you are because that person was meant to be in your life. Maybe you let that person down. Maybe they let you down. Maybe that's the reason you're getting into these relationships. If you meet someone in person and they accept you like that, out of nowhere, not even a part of your circle, just out of nowhere, just a random person, you meet them out of nowhere, that person was meant to be in your life. They have no idea who your family is, any of your friends, that you just randomly met this person out of nowhere. That person's meant to be in your life. Okay? There's a lot of things that could have happened that brought that person towards you. And that was the universe at work. If you don't see that, maybe you got to brush up on your spirituality and your bond with spirit. Maybe you don't have a bond, and maybe you don't believe. Think about the synchronicities in your life and how things have happened in your life to bring certain people to you, certain situations to you. How did they make you feel? Did they bring happiness to your life, or did they bring pain? Did somebody love you and you walk away from them? Did you love somebody and they walked away from you? Whatever the case, think about these things that have happened in your lifetime and think about why these certain people might be in your life. Have you deceived any of them? Have they deceived you? You know, are people deterring you from liking a person because they're different? Who gives a shit what anybody thinks? It's what you think, because you're going to be the one. If you find that person and they make you happy, they're not going to be home at night cooking you. Your friends aren't going to be home at night cooking you that good-ass dinner and taking care of you when you're sick. Putting their knee up for your back so you can rub out that knot in your back. Whatever. Okay? Those people who are talking shit, they're not going to do that for you. So you should never go on anybody saying that person's not good. This person's this person. How do they know? Do they even know this person like you do? I doubt it. So surrender to worry. Don't worry about what other people think. That also came to mind. Let's see what Buddha has to say. We have the Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva. This is a number 20 card. Reduces down to 2. All right. Father of the 5 Buddha families. You are fine just the way you are. Okay. Yeah. This goes together. Right? You might think that no one will accept you because people stereotype. You may think that you want to get a certain type of person and they have to look a certain way just to make your friends happy so they see that you are succeeding. Why? Because you have a pretty girl. That's not succeeding. That is so not succeeding. You know what succeeding is? Finding that person, that one person that you love, that you think is beautiful, who takes care of you and who loves you regardless of how you look or what you do. I have a feeling, why do I get into loveless relationships? I have a feeling with this whole setup here, what's going on is you are getting into loveless relationships because you are following the norm. You are following what your friends, what your family, what everyone's telling you. Because you might like somebody, but they're different. They're different. Maybe you've never met a person like that before. Why? Maybe they actually love you, and your own friends and family have never shown you that love. Right? Maybe your friends and family don't like a certain individual because they're different, and they tell you, you're a good person. I love you. Okay? You have potential. You have a good future. You can be loved. Anybody can be loved. We all deserve it. Okay, we all deserve love. And it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Who gives a shit? If you love somebody, you love them, regardless of what anyone says. Because when you have those friends who are bad for you, who are toxic, talking shit about the one you love, they're trying to break you down because they know you. They know you well. But you might meet somebody that knows you better. And you're not realizing that because you haven't known them long. because this person maybe, has been through a lot. Maybe they're a little bit more intelligent than your actual circle, to the people you talk to. Maybe they're more intelligent than all these ignorant people that you hang out with. And maybe you're thinking, like, why am I so drawn to this person? Why? Because they're actually giving you love. They're actually showing you they care about you. They're actually telling you, like, that whatever they see, it doesn't matter, because it's what's inside you. It's your potential that they see, your light that they see. And your own circle doesn't see that in you. It's almost like, they want you to do well, but if you fail, they're happy too, because they don't want to see you succeed either. But that person, that one person who boosts you up all the time, takes care of you, loves you, does things for you, puts you in the forefront, that's the person who's supposed to be there for you. That person was brought into your life to pull you away from all the other toxic people that you happen to be attached to somehow. This is a soul tie between you and the toxic people, because there's those soul ties too. And that soul tie is whether or not you can actually pull yourself away in this lifetime from those toxic people and begin new. This could be a journey for you of accepting change, learning to love yourself, separating yourself from toxic people and environments, putting yourself in more caring, loving, nurturing environments, because you're not going to find it with those people. Definitely not. There's always going to be some sort of fake shit happening in that. And as long as you accept it and keep it, you're going to keep getting into these loveless relationships. Maybe you're being set up with all this loveless people from your circle. And they're just circling these people around in their own circle and path. You're just the next in line to try this hoe out, whatever. But, they're just giving you people that they like. And then you end up not even liking them in the end. Maybe they're pretty, yeah. But they don't fulfill you any other way. They only fulfill you as in, oh yeah, homie, you got a fine hyena now. Okay, good. Good for you. Does she cook? Well, no, she don't cook. Oh, does she clean? Well, nah, she don't clean. Well, does she work? No. So now your homies know that she just chills at home while you're at work all day, and they'll be over there in a day or so to keep her company. Homie will do that for you. It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none, right? And if that's your mentality, you ain't gonna have no love. A real woman takes care of her own. She takes care of herself. She takes care of the man she loves. You ain't gonna have a dirty house. You're gonna have a meal every night. You're gonna get up in the morning, have breakfast. You might even have her drop off your lunch at your workshop or your workspace. A woman who loves you will do that for you. Don't worry, babe. I'll be over there with your lunch. Nah, your fellow worker's going to be like, damn, how did you find someone like that? She really takes care of you. How can you find a woman like that? It's really hard. It's really hard nowadays because a lot of women don't care. And a lot of the women who are good, hard workers, who really display love for another, all those women are put on the back burner because they don't got a big ass or huge tits. Right? And you're just choosing that because that's what the homies like, and you're trying to impress the homies and everyone else. Yeah, well, when you're about 50 or 60 and you ain't got that look no more, and your bitch is already sleeping with half your homies, you looking real dumb. But if you're young and you're in that dating mode in your 20s doing that, you do your thing, because that's where you learn. If you haven't learned by now, you are definitely in the wrong circle, hanging around with the wrong people, because you're not excelling in life. You're not progressing. You're staying at the same old bullshit. Maybe you win, maybe you make it big at one point, but then you fall off the cliff. It ends, and it ends abruptly. Because you're choosing the wrong people. You're choosing who you think everyone else will think is cool. You know, you choose a hot chick, all the homies going to be on her low key behind your back. You know, you can still find a beautiful woman, but you can still find one that is dedicated only to you and doesn't care about even conversing with your friends at all, because she just don't. Why should she? She's got you. She loves you. She don't need to hang out with your homies. So, hopefully this, you know, triggered something in somebody's mind out there where they can finally realize what has been going on in their life. This could be one scenario. There's so many scenarios. Okay, this is just, I just gave you an example of one or two here, but it's up to you really to find your own scenario, find your own answer. And I tell you what, you ain't gonna find your answer in that circle of friends who's been leading you to all these ratchet hoes out there who ain't gonna give you love. They're just passing whatever they had a week or two ago down to you. Ugh, yuck. Wouldn't it be nice to be with a girl who none of your friends know? To be with a girl who has morals? To be with a girl who only wants to be with one man? That's a treasure right there. If you find someone like that, don't let that chick go, because that person will love you forever. You let her go, you're just going to break her, and then she's not going to trust love again. She might turn bitter, sour, whatever. You know, but I'll guarantee you she'll get over it. She'll get over it, and she will find her Prince Charming. Someone will actually fight for her and want her. Why? Because she's loyal. She can be trusted, and she will always take care of you. She's going to be the one that has your back when no one else will. So hey, you guys, please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. They're very beneficial to a lot of people, okay? We're trying to find answers to help others to heal themselves from whatever toxicity is going on in their life. Go ahead and check through my playlist, and you're going to see a lot of questions there. And there might be even something extra for you. I'm trying to just help people out of the goodness of my heart. I don't really do readings. I do have that you can purchase a reading at one question below, but I do suggest that you all check through my playlists and first see if there's something in there that'll help you before you actually come to me, because I am not the answer to everything. No tarot reader is. And if you think they are, come on now. You create your own destiny. You can find out little things here and there, but it should just mainly be about you finding the answers for yourself to make your life more fulfilling. Okay? So like I said, if you need me, use me as a last resort. My reading for one question is 1111. It ain't no 155, 97. No. For a question, come on now. I'm not trying to rip anybody off or take anybody's social security check. You know what I'm saying? So that was our question for today for the healing energy sessions. And the question was, why do I get into loveless relationships? Well, I gave you one or two scenarios here, 3 maybe. And hopefully you can go out there and start doing a little research on your own to try and see how you can start your healing journey, to figure out what's been going on and who you need to cut out of your life. That's one of the main things. Main things is cutting toxic people out of your life. Learning to love yourself internally, inside and out. Whatever you look like, you're big, you're skinny, you're tall, you're short, you don't have tattoos, you got tattoos all over. Doesn't matter. As long as you can love yourself, and if somebody sees you and loves you the way you love yourself, you got it made. You got it made. But that takes time. Do your research and heal yourself, because you can do it. No one else can. Okay, so I'm Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I will definitely see you guys next time. One more thing. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share on this video. I know I've said it before. And if you do, by any chance, have a question about your life that you're unsure about and you don't see it in the playlist, comment it below. Maybe I can figure out a good question to ask the universe, and we can go through that too and see if we can get a good kickstart on whatever you need to do to heal yourself. You know what? I'm not going to end it right there. I forgot to read from the Buddha Wisdom book. Oh my God, you guys. Father of the 5 Buddha families. You are fine just the way you are. Yes, you are fine just the way you are. Maybe you don't feel like that. Maybe someone has made you feel lower than you are. Let's go just read this real quick, okay? I'm a quick reader, okay? Vajrasattva, father of the 5 Buddha families. Vajrasattva is the father of the 5 Buddha families, to complete embodiment of all their wisdoms. The Pater families, Pater familias of us all, have existed beyond time and space, in that space, the sameness and oneness before the birth of the 10,000 things. Wow. He helps practitioners to become purified in body, speech, and mind by realizing their deepest nature. In a lucid moment of simplicity brought to light after all the struggles of the mind and heart, working to become a better person, or all the other aims as aspirations we struggle with in the quest for happiness. He helps us realize that we were never impure, never full of sin, or ever in need of any improvement at all. Vajrasattva has various roles, but this realization of self-acceptance is the one most commonly sought after by practitioners practicing his sadhana. He also keeps one devoted to practice and repairs broken tantric vows. A golden vajra balances on end and above his right palm, representing the mind, one of the ways the practitioner can enter into the mandala of reality. The left hand holds a silver bell that is at rest on his thigh, representing wisdom. Together they represent the fusion of all polarities into one enlightenment experience. He looks down at us with a gaze of total acceptance. His practice is a good antidote for irrational guilt or self-hatred. In contrast to the Christian doctrine of original sin, Tantric Buddhism asserts original purity. We are born pure, but then we get lost in the world. Stories about this nature have often to do with having lost your way and, like the prodigal son, returning to your true home, or the realization of your true nature of purity. He's associated with the dawn of the morning, the start of the new, and the potential of begin again. So, yeah, I basically said all that. You know, it just sounds nicer out of the book. You know, you need to find your true self. You were not born thinking that you're not going to get this, that you're not going to find happiness, that you're not going to, you know, find that true love you want. You were not born thinking that. You're born with a clear slate. You should have been born and taught that you are loved. I love you. You're worth it. You have potential. You are great. That's what people should have been teaching you. But instead, through the years, you've been taught the absolute opposite of what is positive. I feel so bad for you. Okay? I feel so bad for you. Because you do deserve more. You didn't deserve to be treated like crap. You don't deserve any terrible experiences you've gone through, especially if it was caused by your environment. You could be in an environment that gets you in trouble a lot, but they don't care about you and you getting in trouble. All they care about is themselves and you taking the rap for whatever they're doing. You have been taught ego. You have been taught hatred for yourself. You have been taught hatred and jealousy to others. Someone taught you all that stuff. And you don't even need to be that way. You don't even need that shit. I mean, I'm just saying. But like I said, do your research. Do your research, find out how other people are. And I can almost guarantee you will find some deceptions in your research. You will find deceptions of people around you. You'll be like, oh my God, so-and-so has been doing this to me for years. There you have it. You're going to find answers, but you got to look for them yourself. You got to make that effort. You don't make effort for yourself, how can you make any kind of effort for anyone else, right? Once you like love yourself and you make effort for yourself and you treat yourself, you love yourself good, you take care, you get yourself the things you love, you make yourself happy, then doing that for another person is like a snap. You don't even need to think twice about it. It's so easy because you already feel that way about yourself. Once you feel that way about yourself, it's like a piece of cake to do that for someone else. Reason being, you can't be emotionally fulfilling for anybody else. You can't show love to anybody else. You can't, provide for anybody else. Why? Because you're not even doing that for yourself. Once you do that for yourself, you cut yourself free from these chains, this devil energy that's been chained to you your whole life. They're trying to keep you chained too. They got the key, but you got the bolt cutters. Cut that shit and move forward, because you can do it. All right, I'm Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Thanks for coming by. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys next time.